Objection!
Y'all are slow on the uptake as ever, were they? What? Think about it. Wright had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be?
You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that?
Then Miss Wright, do you really know?
Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they?
Very well, I'll tell you. Should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. My hair's turning a little bit grayer. This is all going according to Cake. The person to whom these fingerprints belongs to is... It was Emma, right?
Yeah. Okay. That's why you got a game over last time.
Yeah.
Emma Sky?
What? They're mine?
Sorry, Emma.
But why? Why didn't you tell me? Oh, y'all really something, Righto. Y'all knew this girl did all along, and yet you still tried to pin that murder
Listen,
on
all
me.
it shows is that she pushed him, not that she pushed him onto the sword.
So it's true, tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death.
How could you? You monster!
Miss Sky,
You knew whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like you didn't. Or she didn't, whichever.
Miss Sky, it's not over yet.
What?
I said this trial isn't over yet, so you need to calm the fuck down.
Well, I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial.
I need you to quell the calamity that is your memories.
But your career, too.
Eh.
You'll purposefully conceal this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter, cat got your tongue? Aren't y'all going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be a bitch thief? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer?
Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up.
Oh, and what's that?
Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall?
what?
Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask?
It was Emma Sky, wasn't it?
I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction.
What a contradiction! What is this fool babbling about?
I'm talking about a contradiction, one that proves who the real killer is.
Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth. What could it possibly contradict?
Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. Fucking...
It's a good thing that Lana took that picture.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Gant's a little dumb they didn't fucking think of this.
Yeah.
And what exactly is this supposed to be?
This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out?
Yes, his shirt is showing underneath.
Yep.
It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though.
Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs no doubt were punctured and blood poured out of his mouth.
Oh, but that piece of cloth...
is dry. You fucking idiot.
Wait! There's no blood on it!
Ah!
Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time.
No, this is nonsense!
Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside.
He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out.
If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky, picked up the unconscious prosecutor, and impaled him on the armor's sword like some kind of sick trophy?
Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood, a jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue, and make Lana believe her sister did it.
Remember what you admitted only moments ago? It's on the court record. It says that you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest. Ironic, isn't it? Isn't it ironic? It's like rain on your wedding day. Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer.
No! You fucking idiot. Just give up. You can just find it online.
It's finally all over.
I'm making you play all the Switch games on your fucking Switch from now on.
Do it.
Fucking asshole.
Do it. Who objected? Oh.
that was close, Wright. Oh, you almost had me. Sorry, but y'all have to do better than that. I'll refute your allegations.
What do you mean you refute his allegations?
You didn't even get him right. Y'all see that piece of cloth? It's illegal evidence.
Order! Order! What nonsense is this?
Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Hey, remember, Archie? Earlier, Rhino, he concealed that piece of cloth.
That piece of cloth?
So then, what's y'all excuse, Rhino? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't ya?
Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time.
Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence.
At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. That's not fair. Did y'all really think you could base me in court? It looks like the last laugh's on you, son.
I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal.
Isn't it rule number 2? Something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I have to present a child's book?
Perhaps.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Wright?
It seems at last. The time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived.
The Keikaku.
Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposefully and illegally hid this piece of cloth?
I did not. I admit I refused to present it at one point.
So the evidence is illegal.
Objection! I wanted to say it. No, it isn't, Mr. Gant.
Huh?
It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't.
What do you mean you couldn't?
There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence.
No! Don't listen to his lies! He's nothing but a coward! Y'all can't really believe!
I don't know.
You have failed every single time! Jesus Christ!
There's only one issue
left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not?
Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now.
Here we go. Here we go. Take this, bitch. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law for idiots.
What's this?
I've done my homework too, Chief. Today. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more.
What?
You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law.
Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes out saying that I did not have approval from the police department. In fact, I had the opposite of approval from the chief of police.
Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial.
And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time, it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident.
What? What kind of nonsense is this? Yo, what relevancy? Just take one look at this picture.
You fucking idiot. Can you recall when that picture was presented?
That was shown only a few moments ago.
No!
He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless.
The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant.
Good.
You yourself confessed to a certain truth.
Let me verify this one more time. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest.
Oh, yes. No!
It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth.
Which is like the whole police department. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be, by his own admission, Damon Gant. The killer was you.
No!
You stupid son of a bitch.
I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years, he's been snooping around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me.
Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty.
He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Starr, then convinced Bruce Goodman.
Detective Goodman?
Yeah, that's right.
If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, y'all gotta help me.
He looks like Matt Mercer, kind of.
A little bit. What do you think I did a McCree? My best attempt at a McCree voice. Goodman turned him down, as he oughta. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit.
He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence.
Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out.
You know, people said you killed him!
What are y'all talking about, Goodman?
I get to be Goodman's voice.
Fine.
Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered.
I hate you. Hate you so much. He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said,
It's not too late. I'm gonna hand all this over to Marshall.
well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it. That accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out.
Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime.
Even so, the blood was just a pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it all up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake.
The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
I used to be known as the crime computer, but everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it.
Then you put the body in my car.
I'm sorry, I really could not have think of any other way to move that body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? They'll make a lot more money than us detectives ever will.
Leaving the prosecution's card aside, how? How can you get Miss Sky involved in all this?
Well, she had about as much to lose as I did if the truth came out.
So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker.
I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take.
So, you left the jar fragments in the glove?
Yeah. Looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer.
mean, you did a really good job your first time.
He did, yeah.
Like, admittedly.
They all did their best to get in the way. I gotta hand it to them. They did their jobs well, much to my dismay.
Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that.
Tell me, Worthy, why do y'all stand in court?
Me?
Y'all despise criminals. I can feel it. Y'all and me were the same. One day y'all understand. Oh, believe me, y'all will. Y'all just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once y'all try to go it alone.
That's dark.
Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Udgy.
What?
Looks like we'll have to cancel that there lunch date. Sorry, old friend.
I'm sorry too, Damon Gant. I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person.
Those days are gone now, Udgy. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, y'all be fine. Now you have Wright here and Worthy. With these two around, y'all can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning.
That's weird. That's weird. There are two things I want you to understand.
Yes?
First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. Before the beginning, even. So, you see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent.
You're right.
I am.
When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today.
So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered.
Fucking finally. I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble.
My, what high standards you have for a rookie.
Fuck you! Sorry, that was a reflex.
I can see why Mia thought so highly of you.
I miss her.
Who knows, a few years from now, you just might make it to the top.
Oh my god.
I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright.
Miss Sky.
And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you.
It was nothing.
Liar.
I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory.
What?!
You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth.
Stop it! I only did my job! Shut the fuck up! In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us.
Yeah, after that smile, I gotta go examine some stuff. Edgy
Please,
too.
please, Nick, we're so close.
I know.
Miss Sky,
Yes, Your Honor.
you are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling?
It's been a long time, Your Honor. Long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. No.
Well, this trial has gone on far too long already.
Yeah, it has.
Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Ms. Lana Sky, not guilty.
Not guilty! Yay!
Did you watch that?
Yeah, I did, like
Okay,
3
good.
times.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
February 25th, 5:03 p.m., District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. For
God,
the
that was
last
an all-day trial.
Yeah, it was. At long last, it's finally over. They can get to the traffic disputes that are supposed to happen this afternoon.
Wait, that's you.
Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. But at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit.
No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended. I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days.
Are we going to have to read that
well.
whole thing again? Oh, okay.
You know, I did my best too, but Lana didn't say a single word to me. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
God damn it, Gummy. You big gummy bear.
Oh, I guess I am. I'll come back later.
No, wait, Gumshoe. What is it that you wanted to say?
You're doing this on purpose, aren't y'all? Making our detective run around while on duty.
This is a weird running joke.
To top it all off, you called me here, and I've seen happier people in funerals.
It's a really weird running
Hey,
joke.
lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding.
Okay.
Oh, are you here because of my sister again?
Nope, not this time. I came today because of you, pal.
Me?
That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone.
It is... Okay.
Lana!
Should he be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know.
Well, I won't though if you won't.
Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day 2 years ago... was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis, I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake, but now I realize I was wrong. Huh. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me! No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis! I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis. I always knew that one day you'd come back, and now you have.
Oh my god, that
Emma,
fucking smile.
Emma.
Oof. Oh my god! That's so cute!
Hey,
Sorry.
the button. We're so close.
Okay. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we wake up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path, and it is from there that we can move on toward a brighter future. At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe, me. Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
Edgeworth?
Stop hiding and come over here.
I was behind the potted plant. Where is he hiding?
I just came to say congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth!
Right, well, I'll be going now.
Bye, buddy. I'll see you at home.
Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you.
It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right.
Y'all despise criminals, I can feel it. Y'all and me, we're the same. One day y'all understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone.
I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that it to be true for quite some time now. Fuck.
But Edgy...
Who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor.
Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best at the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright. Because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What? Yeah. What is this, a pop quiz?
Come on, Mr. Wright, show him what Lana's talking about.
Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own?
What was something you both had parts of? That's the picture I drew!
Our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other. And when I put my peanut butter in your jelly, the whole sandwich got better. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture.
That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's time for me to go.
It's time for the credits to roll.
Mr. Edgeworth!
If you'll excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor.
Edgy, what will you do now? Whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you.
I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, right?
You can pay me with dinner.
But what I face now is my problem.
Edgy, I'll be waiting for you in court.
Farewell.
I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
I'd better be going too. Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon. Seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you. Scientific investigation! It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis, I will!
She's like 6 years old, her dad's giving her $15. She buys the fucking book. He's like, who are you? And so another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun anew. And as for me, I think it's time I started a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself. Jesus, those boobs.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Fucking hell. Well, we don't go tricking off just yet, pal.
Huh? What is it, Dick?
There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this.
But I thought you said it was okay.
Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story.
Huh?
Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either.
Huh?
Way to go, detective! I didn't know you had a wild side. Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here is the one who will be footing the bill.
Motherfucker!
What, you think I can afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal.
Huh? What the fuck?
Thank you, Mr. Wright, you're the best.
Why is it I suddenly feel like I want to scream?
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together? Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Objection! Okay.
We did it!
Yes, we did. Fucking finally.
I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. You fucking goober.
Still, I think I'll find a way to make it back to the field somehow. Then I'll be able to investigate crimes together with them. I don't know if that happens or not. Some of these might be yours. We are so close. It's almost done. I really love this game, but like, goddamn, this was long. Yikes! I thought it was a goner for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation at the chief's office. If we penalized you anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. Just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily. You're like gum on your shoe. It's all coming together. Your unhappiness gives me life. Any final thoughts here on the game while in between? My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy, sir. Can you believe it, sir? I've been demoted to a security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I'll show them though someday I'm going to make detective. Yes, sir, then I could be just like that Dick-Gum-Shoe. He's my hero, sir.
Does Meekins ever make it?
I don't know if he makes it to detective.
Well, I hope he fucking doesn't.
He's a bailiff in... Diaz reminded me he's a bailiff in the worst trial in Apollo Justice. And he is in, I guess, some of the Edgeworth games.
Okay. Why?
It watches you.
Why?
Stares forever. Unblinking. It never rests until the battery dies.
It only observes.
It will dance forever. The battery
Why did
died.
he Playboy pose?
The battery died.
Sure it did. He ran out of souls.
Yeah, that was
It was a fun game.
yeah.
I would have liked to have gotten it done a lot faster.
Well,
But I mean, like, that's just from the whole...
What is it? Can't y'all see I'm having me a showdown with a steak lunch partner? Miss Star managed to sneak this into me. She seems like she's getting with the guard. I don't know. Well, cowboy, looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina back a smile. Can y'all make sure Billy and the gang get their water?
Fantastic job, Brennan.
I tried my best. I normally do like a slow drawl with him, but this is too fast.
Yeah, it was. Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu, the Right Way lunch. The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards. Like me, from the back side. Ooh.
Do we need to impose a no ATM rule on the channel?
No, you can eat it from the back and not be eating ass, Brennan.
I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left?
Fuck you!
Anyway, he said he's been doing something or other for how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I'd better be... Oh no, I forgot my gavel! Sorry, gotta go!
So that's what this chair looks like?
I guess so.
That's a pretty neat chair.
It's a pretty neat chair. I meant to watch the anime for this. Oh well.
I actually really want to see the anime, and now that I'm done with this, I think I can, right?
I mean, the first season.
God damn it.
You'll be left, it's a good commercial for the other one. Ah, nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium. Mystic Maya, afternoon training's about to begin. I don't know who that's supposed to be. Coming. Well, see you around, Nick. That was either her aunt or her cousin, and I'm not sure which.
Okay.
So I don't have a voice for them, and also I don't need to have that ready until next game. So fuck. Fuck anyone that wants to fight me on that. I'll fight all of you. It was probably Pearl. She's the one who calls her Mystic Maya. I don't know. I don't know anymore.
It's
Life
okay.
is a lie.
The game is
Art is a lie.
finally
Nothing is
over.
real. you again.
Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I brought you tea. I don't fucking remember the voice I
That's
did.
not right at all. You gave him like a Minnesota.
What's going on? Fuck, I don't know. I didn't remember. I choked.
You blew it! We were on the final stretch! We would have been perfect, flawless. This LP would have had no problems at any point.
Yep.
But you blew it!
Yep, that's totally...
Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright.
Oh.
Thank you so much for everything.
I'm sorry that Europe turns out to be the
I'm a
worst
little
continent
sad,
at the end of
but
the
I'll
game
be all
series.
right. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book.
The smallest continent.
Do you see? Look at Baby Emma! She's
Oh
tiny.
my god.
She's so small!
It's so cute.
Wasn't it all worth it just to see how tiny and cute she was?
Depends on how long this is up for. Okay.
Hey, Capcom!
I liked the game. It was fun doing voices with you. I think that visual novels are fun for us to do together.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do the sequel here in a while. We need a little bit of a break, if you couldn't tell.
We've been doing this for the better part of a year.
Yeah. Saving!
Which is forever.
Thanks to
for
anyone that's
watching.
seeing this. Thank you so much.
Yep. If you made it to the end, send us a message or something.